All right, let's get to it. One and all, welcome back to the Midweek Muster. We are here live for one of our quarterfinals, B versus Voldemar. And what the hell is that? Wait. Is this... Wait. Oh god, B is cooking, man. This is so cool. I love this. We're on a brand new map, Excavation, appearing competitive for the first time ever here at Midweek Muster number 24. A map which has 4 Forgotten Ruins per player. Forgotten Ruins generate stone every single minute you garrison a villager inside, and after 6 minutes, excavate a relic, which means Fast Castle Relic Rush civs not so good. What has been good is House of Lancaster, because they use the stone you get passively from this very well. And the stone gen is good, guys. You gain 60 stone a minute. It is like having 1.5 to 1.6 villages worth of gathering. Another civ that can technically use that stone very well. Abbasids. TCs. Dare I say Eco-Wing? Because I think Eco-Wing mathematically makes sense for what B is imagining here. I love this as well. To capture this, you need to have someone close by. So multiple elements there. Well, normally what we see is what Voldemar done. He built a Rax out here, and then he captures with the spears. For B, he doesn't want to build a Rax. That feels inefficient. So he walks a villager out to build the House of Wisdom, then builds the house. That's already bought some time. And I think he just idled, but he could have technically had the scout coming back to take over if he'd wanted. Obviously, that does mean your opponent gets more sheep, but the thing is you don't care about the sheep as much as the Abbasids. And boom, there it is. It is going to be Eco-Wing. And yes, Mongols should in theory be very good on this map. In fact, B was the very first player in a competitive match to show off how theoretically good Mongols can be with these Forgotten Ruins. If you guys remember, we had the Hymns Cup 1, where he leveraged them on one of the new maps we had created called Receding, which included 3 of these Forgotten Ruins. And he captured all 3 of them and had 270 stone generation at like 7 minutes in the game as Mongols, which is bonkers. So you will need to get a little bit extra stone gathering, but maybe the idea here is free TC. I think I can get behind that. It's quite greedy, but yeah, especially with Voldemar going for the House of Lancaster's defensive landmark choice. Probably not much pressure onto you early on. What an interesting strategy. 5 TC. I mean, if you're going to go 5 TC, you might as well capture the other Forgotten Ruins, right? Like, if we're going to go that far, let's maybe just take them all. Nice laming on the deer as well. Well played. Spear's just not able to get value at all. I mean, he could play towards this a little bit later. It's actually quite wallable, so he can re-secure down the line, but... Can't believe he actually got all the deer. Alright. Should we have a look at the Gamba? Who do you guys believe in? 92% for B? Oh, come on. Give Voldemar an ounce of credit. Like, maybe not too much, but like, it's a tiny ounce. I mean, in fairness, we have seen some people trying to multi-TC to outdo mana, and it's always felt a bit weird. Like, manas just tend to return investment a lot quicker, a lot more fluidly. And obviously, like, there's no weird out of time down the line. Like, if I build a second TC out here on the deer and the berries, these eventually run out and I have to move further away. If I do this and build a mana, the mana never has to move. You know, it doesn't pack up and move somewhere else to gather. It just infinitely gives me resources. So that's given a level of clean efficiency to this build. But free TC in theory, you eventually just rush into farms on a very cost-efficient basis. Only 53 wood. So I could kind of dig with what he's cooking. It is going to be 2 TC to start with, but organically, due to that stone on the backside, he will be able to get towards an additional TC, right? He's got 120 seconds left, so that's going to be 120 stone more. You need 245. Ooh. Yeah, I think if he grab stone for 1 villager, he'd have enough for a 3rd TC. For now, definitely not rushing it. Instead, it's going to be on the gold, so Fast Castle? Remember, Fast Castle's a little bit weird on this map because until you've dug up the relics, there is nothing religiously oriented to aim for. You could technically capture Sacred Sites to get some gold, but you can't go for relics. And we are going to get more garrisons. So Voldemar's going to accelerate. Triple villager? Well, he did see the second TC. I don't think he's going to be mirroring TC boom. It's just he's got way too much wood right now. And we've got Ezra kicking and cooing on the side. B switching from orange to green confuses you? I would just love for there to be a... I don't know why it isn't a thing after 4 years almost with AV4. I'd love for there to just be an option for the spectator to choose the colors they see. I don't know why we'd like... I would at least understand you not being able to do that if there were custom colors which were microtransactions. Because then it's like the reason why that's important, guys, like that's the same reason why you can't have skins you can turn off in a competitive game. People wouldn't buy. Like, why do people buy a goofy clown car for, like, their RAM? They'd buy it so they can flaunt it in front of other people. Yeah, all the skin colors are free in this game. So, like, let me have blue and red, damn it. Voldemar says, let me have more manners, damn it. They're already being spammed up. Why not use red, blue with the insert key? I'll show you why. Do you see the problem? Do you see it? We've now got a 4-player game. We've got red, blue, yellow, and green. Now let me make it worse. Do you see the other problem? You would never be able to change player. So yeah, insert is not a solution. Apparently, free TC is the solution to this. I mean, why stop at free? You know, that's all I'm saying. Because I see another berry and a deer over here. I see another deer over here. Show health bars? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me health bars. Yeah, green on blue. And then yellow and red. Like, it just gets worse and worse. The insert key is a nightmare. It does nothing helpful. When I accidentally press the insert key, there is immediate confusion from viewers. This map name is called Excavation. You can find it on the mod area. It's being created by Avali. Okay, so castle's around the corner for both players. Voldemar, I mean, there's no value in White Tower here, right? It's trip TC. There's no clear, easy dive point. Killing 1 or 2 villages won't do anything. So, King's College makes a lot of sense. For Abbasids, probably military wing just to get some presence. That also sets you up to play in composite bows against yeomen. Doesn't seem like the worst of ideas, actually. At least to have as an option on the table. And yeah, there we go. King's College, because Voldemar likes winning. King's College is a crazy good landmark. You know what the hilarity is? I've had a debate with 1 or 2 aspiring pro players on like this landmark. And then be like, it's not that good. Or like I've said White Tower I think is like very underwhelming. They're like, no, it's not. White Tower is very good. White Tower is like super situational. It requires a tempo-based build. And if you open with White Tower and don't immediately do something with Earl's Guard, you kind of feel bad about it. It's often I feel like White Tower, unless you are absolutely rushing it as quick as possible, feels like a forced play. King's College gives a lot of variance. Economically, it benefits you a lot. Because you have to remember, like, here's the crazy thing, guys. If I go Culture Wing as Abbasids, I can get a 20% discount on all my techs. By going Culture Wing. If I go to King's College, I get 15% discount. It's almost the same as Culture Wing. But then obviously I also get unique tech you otherwise wouldn't. It's incredible. And what's the incredible play going to be here? Voldemar, he's going to start off with the monastery, so he's going to be rushing out for the goodies, of which he has 1. But remember, he has been camping on these ruins. He even left a spearman there so he couldn't get decapped. I love that detail. So he's less than 2 minutes away from getting 2 extra relics. Meanwhile, B has been resetting the Forgotten Ruins. So is he going to build more TCs? Oh my god, this actually might be like the Abbasid's wet dream. You mean I can efficiently get infinite stone? Well, let me just like go Culture Wing in Age 4 and then spam medical centers everywhere. All right, ones if you think B's going to win this, twos if you think Voldemar is. We have got Camel Archers getting added in. Good against the Billman Spears. Can you guys hear my son, by the way? He's getting so much more chatty these days. He's just off the side going, hey, hey, all staring outside. I'll show you the adorable mother ducker afterwards. And we are going to get camel riders to counter the knights. That's smart. So normally people counter knights with knights. In this situation, that's bad. The reason that's bad is because Collar of Esses. Collar of Esses would give you +6 damage. You'd win that fight. The camels, well, you end up going -5 damage. Immediate Yeoman? Oh, we see it quite frequently. It's just a reliable back line. It's a lot more fluid than crossbows. If you play crossbow knights, you're really slow. If you play yeoman knights, you move fast. We are getting hill forts, though. Sorry, hill training. Too much hom. I keep saying hill forts. Hill training is intriguing here. Like, you did see some camel archers, but the camel riders is a big no-no. Yeah, I'm peculiar, a little bit peculiar here. Curious what the thought process is. In fairness, even if he doesn't use it, hill training's only like 100 resources, maybe 110. So it's not you sinking the ship. It's not you bankrupting the family. However, B might just bankrupt this map. He's already at 73 villages. And Collar of Esses is actually on the way. Wait, but why? This is just a waste of, what, 300 resources? I think maybe Voldemar just forgot about it at this stage. You know, it's like a little icon in the corner of your screen. There was a moment where it made sense, now it doesn't. We're going to try to make sense of this. We have got Hoblars coming. Okay, now Collar of Esses might have some use now. B is switching to Lancers, but it's a pretty crazy delay on the timing. Farms are also getting added in, and that is a lot of camels this early on. Oh my god. These aren't even units they counter. It's just they're so tanky. 270 HP on those riders. Oh god, he's just snowballing. I think Voldemar at this point is just completely dumbfounded. Like, what have I just walked into? You know when you just turn up for like a gentlemanly boxing fight in an arena and then you hop in and they just open a trap door and a bear walks out? That's what he's feeling right now. Well, B, yo, what about the 4th TC? We got the stone. You could just place some emplacements on the flanks here. Your opponent's going Hoblars, so it would be perfect to counter him out. Speaking of which, this does not look like a strong Hoblar timing. We have 2. The value in hill training is meant to be the initial charge, but also the rapid pacing of this build. You produce them every 8 seconds. If you're not producing them, it doesn't really feel that good. Oh my god, he's going to get outproduced. It's not just raw economy, it's now just the military academy effect. Luckily for him, tier 3 is a long, long way away, but military academy itself is something that I don't think Voldemar's considered. No. You hope Abba shoots down the whole pest. Why would you want them to kill Delhi's Third Age landmark? I'm telling you, we can't call it Hull. Just call them Lan. Lan or Lancaster. Wait. For the first time ever in competitive, I believe. Ladies and gents, we've got Burgundian imports. Yeah, so he's going hand cannoneers in castle? I don't know if you got time for that. Like, there's a big wave of brutality diving towards your base right now. This type of pressure ain't going to let up easily. The Yeoman defense, a little bit problematic here. The Camel Archer already diving in. Voldemar now has half the villager count of B at 50 minutes in. It's 102 to 51. Nah, this just doesn't work. He doesn't have the time now. He's trying to muster the nobles, but there's already camels to debuff and counter you out. Voldemar just has nothing left to stand with here. to dive past the Lancaster Castle, villages to be reached, and series to be breached with a win for the Abbasids. Nicknamed the Abbasids these days, as if it just hasn't seemed to fit into anyone's draft. It had to be the crafty bee that would find the way. And against House of Lancaster as well. Just out-macroing this Civ. Not easily done. But there you go. Those of you struggling on the ladder, those of you screaming at the top of your lungs to nerf Lancaster, have you considered just playing the Abbasids?